In the volatile world of consumer electronics, few companies have enjoyed such a dramatic arc as HTC, once a titan whose innovations laid the very groundwork. For the modern smartphone era, the Taiwanese manufacturer transitioned from pioneering powerhouse to cautionary tale, leaving behind a legacy that is both profoundly influential and deeply tragic. The story begins not with a whimper, but with a bang. The HTC Dream T-Mobile G1 in October 2008. This device, clunky by today's standards with its slide-out QWERTY keyboard and chin, was a revolution. It wasn't just a phone. It was the first commercially released smartphone running the Android operating system. HTC took a leap of faith on an unproven OS, giving Google's ambitious project a physical form and thus establishing a foundational partnership that would echo for a decade. Every Android phone sold today has a direct lineage tracing back to that unique, curved bottom device. For a time, HTC was the name in Android. They manufactured the Nexus One 2010, Google's first attempt at a pure, unadulterated Android experience, a spiritual predecessor to the Pixel line. Their Sense UI offered a vibrant, feature-rich alternative to stock Android, a crucial differentiator in a market still finding its feet. The 2010s saw HTC iterate and innovate, but it was the HTC One M7 in 2013 that cemented their position as a design leader. Even amidst rising competitive pressure, the M7 was a masterpiece of industrial design. In a world of mostly plastic flagships, its all-aluminum unibody construction felt premium and groundbreaking. It introduced front-facing boom sound stereo speakers, which were, and arguably remain, some of the best audio experiences ever built into a smartphone. Compare it to its main rival, the Samsung Galaxy S4 from the same year. The S4, while technically superior in areas like its cameras, megapixel count, and a removable battery, was widely criticized for its plastic build. Tech enthusiasts loved the M7's craftsmanship, viewing it as the superior object. However, the M7 also contained the seeds of HTC's later struggles. The choice to use a 4-megapixel ultra-pixel camera, designed to capture better low-light photos, was a technical risk that didn't resonate with the public's simple preference for higher megapixel numbers. An area where the S4's 13MP sensor easily won the marketing battle. This was a microcosm of a larger problem. HTC often innovated but struggled with consistency in execution and, crucially, marketing, as Samsung scaled to dominance. Leveraging massive marketing budgets and controlling its own supply chain, HTC faltered. They continued to produce excellent, often beautiful phones like the One M7, but missed the window of opportunity. The company struggled with profitability, its market share eroding year after year. The story came full circle in 2017. Recognizing the engineering and design talent HTC still possessed, Google struck a monumental deal, acquiring a large portion of HTC's smartphone design team, many of the same people who had worked on the first Pixel phones. The first generation was manufactured by HTC. Google paid $1.1 billion for this talent and a non-exclusive license to HTC's intellectual property, effectively bringing their decade-long hardware partnership in-house. This move solidified Google's commitment to its in-house Pixel hardware line, and for many it was the final, melancholy chapter of HTC's run as a major smartphone contender. Today, the company still exists, focusing on a reduced smartphone portfolio and its leading virtual reality division, Vive, but its legacy is undeniable. HTC not only birthed the Android ecosystem, but pushed the boundaries of smartphone design and audio technology, setting a high bar for build quality that forced competitors to follow. They were a company that proved that great hardware could come from anywhere, a key ingredient in the rise of a diverse, competitive mobile landscape. The fall of HTC is a reminder that in the unforgiving furnace of the tech industry, innovation is only half the battle.